Hi guys, we're back. Thank you for joining me today for my channel. I'm Melissa. I decided to share with you today because I had actually some things going bad. A couple of things I'm gonna show you in a second. But as far as the recipes, but I actually found some recipes for those things. Some cucumbers, jalapeno peppers, some banana peppers, some apples, and I figured instead of it go to waste, maybe I can find another use for it. So I did find another use for it, and I'm gonna do them all today and get them out of the way. I'm also making a sausage pepper sandwich. I wanted to show you something because I'm actually really excited. I shared it on Instagram if you follow me there, but I'm gonna show you here so you can see like a good view of it because this is exciting for me. Look guys, I first happened to pull them out when they weren't supposed to be pulled out at all because I wanted to have more growth, I figured, and I took them out of their jar, the little tomato plants. But look, they were really small sprouts, but yeah, they're actually growing now and they're happy. So that's one. This is one lonesome guy. He had another friend, but that guy didn't make it. And there goes another one. So from far you could see. So I'm actually excited about it. I mentioned on Instagram that I thought they were going with Jesus because I truly did. I was like, oh, I killed them. I never had those things for indoors. We've always made tomato plants outside, and I didn't think anything of it. So when I looked into it, they were like, oh, don't remove them from the jar. And what I did, I removed them from the jar. But they're thriving still, so we keep our fingers crossed and we'll see if some tomatoes come out of there. So let me show you what I'm gonna do anyways. So I found these recipes online. So I'm planning on doing apple hand pies, some quick and easy jalapeno popper pie, bites, which sounds interesting. Pickled cucumbers, which my husband loves, and some pickled banana peppers. And I got a jar for one. I gotta see if I can find a jar for the other one. Hopefully I have a jar somewhere. Like I had this jar over here, and this is for one. And I know I had jars somewhere, but I started moving stuff around when I was organizing, and I can't even remember for the life of me where I put everything. But one jar is a start, and we'll see how far we go. I'm gonna try to do the pickled banana peppers first, the jalapeno peppers, then maybe the apple hand pies, which are done in the air fryer. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know, but I might have a cup of coffee before that, and I need some water in my system, so maybe I won't have coffee, maybe I'll just drink some water. But let's get started. This is probably why you need like 14 to 16 of them. Yeah, it would have actually filled up the jar. But you know what, to be honest with you, it really doesn't matter to me, because if he doesn't like them, what's the sense of wasting so many of those? So I'll try them like this, and if he likes them, then I'll do it again with a full bottle. We'll live. It's a treat. Just so you know, next time, well, if you're gonna do them, then you know how many to put in there. And you know, it looks kind of the same. I'm imagining with the rest of the stuff, it's gonna look like the picture somewhat without so many of the banana peppers in there. But yeah, you'll put 14 or 16 if you're interested in it. But I have the water and the vinegar boiling. Then I have to add the salt and minced garlic. Then I let it cool, and after it cools, I stick it in the jar. And then when the jar cools down, you know, thoroughly, I just put the lid on and put it in the fridge. So yeah, I'm gonna finish that up, show you what it looks like in the jar once it's together and I mix the stuff. I'll show you that, and then I'm probably gonna move on to the next thing. Yeah, I don't know. I try things out. Sometimes I get it perfect, sometimes I use all the exact ingredients and, you know, follow the recipe exactly the way they wanted to do, and then they don't like it. And then the days that I end up messing up, or I fall short somewhere, or I change something up from the recipe, they're like, oh my god, this is so good. So why be so serious about following the recipe? I'll just wing it, and my eyes usually tell me the truth. My eyes tell me what I need to know for this recipe, so we're gonna go with that, and we're gonna see if those popper bites are gonna come out good. I do know that I do have enough cucumbers for those pickled cucumbers, so honestly, if I wanted to, I can put it in a smaller jar, because I said I didn't have. So I can actually put that into a smaller jar. I might find something in one of my storage things and see what we have. Hold on. Let's see. Thinking I want to use glass. I could probably get away with this size, maybe. Yeah, this might work. I think I'm gonna use this size and then use these for the cucumbers, because that definitely will work out better. So let's see what happens with that one. Find the top for it. Show you something really quick. I just put in my cart. This is what happens when you start putting stuff away and you forget what you have. I just put something in my cart like this, and these are actually from the dollar store, I think. I gotta see how good they are. I wanted to make little Lunchables for my kids for school, because I always do them some special back to school lunch, so they have for like the first maybe week or so, maybe like 2 weeks. And yeah, they come 10 for what, $1.25, and they're reusable, it says. And I forgot I bought this for something else. I think Valerie had a science project or something we were doing. I don't remember. I had it up there, but this is perfect. So I think I'm gonna put it somewhere where I actually remember. I set up there because yeah, I forgot. Yeah, see, like I feel like it does justice there. It actually looks like it was meant to be in this jar. And then I was thinking about peppers, because I'm working with banana peppers and jalapeno peppers, and then I'm doing green peppers for sausage and pepper sandwiches. You remember that tongue twister they used to do? What is it? Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. A pack of pickled peppers that Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, how many peppers did Peter Piper pick? Something like that, right? I don't know. Did I nail it? Thumbs up for me. So yeah, now that we're over the whole tongue twisters, these are the other cucumbers that a homeschool friend gave to us for we can just use. She grows them. I can't wait to get back to that. I'm trying with my little mini garden, but we'll see. So this is some zucchinis, and that's gonna be next. I don't know, tomorrow or the next day, because I have a recipe from an old family friend of zucchini bread. So I want to share that with you, because we love the taste of the zucchini bread, and I haven't made it myself, honestly, and I've been waiting for opportunity, and I was like, opportunity here. So I think I'm going to make zucchini bread, but I'm gonna get these done first. And my husband's planning on just using the rest of these for his salads, so I might just slice them up and store them so he can use them easily. Just gotta do one thing at a time. This is my water bottle. I actually got this, I think I showed you this. I got this from Walmart. I only use it mostly when I go outside walking and everything, but yeah, I love the bamboo top that it came with. I don't remember the original price, but I got it on sale. It was in the clearance off for like $3, so I was really excited because it holds I think a bottle and a half or 2 bottles of water. I gotta check. I forget. My brain cells. Anyways, that's what I was talking about. Aw, I had to stop because look, they're getting all their good sun. They're so happy. I'm actually really excited for them. I'm actually trying to like really take care of them, spraying them and everything. It's ridiculous. And then this is my daughter's plant. I don't know if you remember, but it's actually growing a little leaf there, and that's actually growing a little leaf too. And there's a baby over here. I don't know if you can see it. That was new, because she I don't know what she did with it. It was going with Jesus, my oldest daughter here, but I took over it and I'm trying to keep it alive. Wish me luck. All right, as you can see there, I mixed up everything. It's actually, I had it on this burner, so it's cooling off. Once it cools down, all I have to do is stick it in there, and then that one's done, and I can stick it in the fridge. So I think it's on to the next one. I think I'm gonna do the cucumbers. Let me just read it real quick. So yeah, they want them sliced really, really thin. So I'm gonna start with slicing them really thin and see how they go. And then If it looks like it's too thick, then I'll make them into just the halves, like I said. So yeah, that came out pretty good. Like, look how thin I got the slices, some of them. I think that's really, really good. But as far as the jar, I'm gonna put them in the jar and see if they fit good. And let me check. Because if they fit and they're good, I think I'm just gonna leave it as is actually. Try to follow the recipe a little bit better now. Well, it's at 1. And that's actually pretty good, look. So I think I'm just gonna stick with 1. So I just gotta mix up the stuff for it, and then we'll be done with this one. So let's start that. So it says to, before you even put anything in, just top the cucumbers with garlic cloves. But they tell you they want it peeled and smashed. So about the same. Sounds about right to me. We're moving on. So I stuck the liquid in here. I'm gonna close it up and then I'm gonna stick it in the fridge and see basically how it comes out. That's how it's set, but we'll see. I don't know. This is the first time me making this, so don't judge. Looks interesting. I think the cloudiness will wear off once it gets cooler, but we'll see what it tastes like for my husband. But at least it actually looks a little more normal here than it did in that little jar. Well, bigger jar over there. So let's finish those up and then we can get to the next thing. All right. I stuck all the ingredients in there. I had to get my sea salt. Forgot what that was, but everything's in there. Now it's gonna boil. And then all we do is stick it in the cucumbers and we call it a day. Shake it up and let it go. That sounds like the easiest, quickest recipe to me, and I don't know. Hope it was good. I'm not a fan of these things. I don't like pickled anything really, but my husband loves them, and he likes a lot of more healthier treats like this anyways. So I thought, why not, you know, because it's going somewhere instead of nobody eating them. Man, it's so nice outside. I would rather be walking out there, but I had an order coming in today, a couple of things to do, and I got to get things done for school. So you'll see soon we have a school prep video coming up where I show you how I put all her stuff, well, both of their things. I mostly help the little one more than the big one, so I always say the little one. But how we organize all their stuff, we get their school stuff and school supplies, all the paperwork, all the books, everything, because we did some of it, but there's still some that were like last minute stuff. And then preparing for the start of school. We also have a co-op picnic that we're going to be going to. To be honest, I think this is the last time we're going to be going to that co-op, but they're good friends of ours, so we want to go to a picnic, share some stuff, because we usually exchange school books, supplies, anything anybody needs school related. So I'm just gonna take all that stuff there with me so somebody else can enjoy, because I have a couple of things that the girls are not using, and enjoy seeing some friends. And then I'll share that with you in one whole video. And we also are going through our winter bin so that we can figure out what we need to add, going through our drawers to figure out what we need to buy, and the kids stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for that, because that should be in the next couple of weeks. And but I don't know when the videos come out, so it could be a video after this or the day after that. The video after that. But anyways, I'm going to finish that up, and then I'm going to get back to you when I'm working on the jalapeno peppers, and I'll show you what it looks like in the bottle once I put it, before I put it in the fridge, just so you can see what it looks like. Let's get back to work. Well, this is how the cucumbers came out, the pickled cucumbers. They actually look a little bit better. I like it the way these look, and it's enough to last them for a little while. So we'll see how this works out. I'll let you know how much I have here, but this is all I have as far as regular potatoes. If not, I'm gonna have to start using my mini potatoes. All right, so what I did is those potatoes that I put in there, I added a couple of the red potatoes, the little ones, and I feel like it's enough now. So I also chopped them really small so they can cook quick. so I can get these done, smashed, and start on those real quick. But first I'm going to, while this is cooking, I'm gonna cut that up and make sure I have all the ingredients so I can get it together. And then the last thing, air fryer apple ham pies. Okay, so it said they want the seed removed, the stem removed, and chopped fine. So I think I did a pretty good job at chopping that. I actually feel almost professional. Anyways, I lied. I don't have sharp cheddar. I guess I use that for something else, but yeah, I have this Fiesta blend. So to me, it's cheese is cheese. It's not gonna kill us, so different type of cheese. And this actually works better for both my little one and my husband, because sometimes they have problems with sharp cheddar. So you know what? I think that that's a blessing in disguise. So I think that I'm good. I'm letting the rest of that cook. Oh, and the salt and pepper. I did say I was gonna get all the ingredients out. Okay, so now we're good. And once that cooks, I'm going to put all that together. I'm going to see how it looks and then go from there. And did I tell you the part where you needed breadcrumbs and egg so you can like toss it around like a chicken cutlet basically and fry them? If I didn't tell you, you need breadcrumbs and an egg. Moving on. You're wondering, everything is making noise right now. I had the dishwasher going. For some reason the drain was like making noise, I think because it's attached to the dishwasher, and then the coffee pot just went off because I had it on for a while. So yeah, but anyways, I'm almost done. The potatoes are almost there, and then really it's just putting them all together and frying them up. I might just fry them all right away and then put them away, and then they can heat it up if they want it. But then after that, I'm still debating on the apple pies because I want to see how long it's going to take me, because I want to get done with dinner by 4. I still have to trim the dog's hair. Got to wash him because he's been eating it. And I got to go through some stuff with my little one. So let's see how fast I can get everything done, because I don't want to be here another day all day and then be dead again. And then I was thinking maybe some miracle. I wake up tomorrow and it's like I have nothing to do. I can actually relax. That doesn't happen often, but we can always pray about it. So yeah. All right, just sharing the process with you. I just gotta add the salt and pepper, but I added all the ingredients here. I'm gonna put my gloves on so I can mix it thoroughly. After it's mixed, I'm just gonna roll them around the breadcrumbs, and I'll show you what it looks like, and then they're gonna go into the fryer, and then they'll be done. These actually look really, really good. I can't wait for them to turn out. My daughter loves spicy stuff. My oldest here, and my husband loves spicy stuff. So I'm excited to try them out. I think it's actually a good dish for like parties. You're entertaining, you have a bunch of guests and you need something like finger foods or stuff like that, or you know, small things that they can grab. That's actually a really good kind of like side treat, because we usually like make like pigs in the blanket and stuff like that, maybe even onion rings. But yeah, I think that might be added to like the party list food. So I'll let you know how that tastes after they try it, but I'm gonna finish cooking the rest up. There's a decent amount, so I'm actually excited of the amount it gives you for the recipe. And I gotta cut the apples. What I decided to do with the ham pies is my own kind of thing. I decided to cut them instead of in slices, in small little chunks, and then I'm gonna use my own recipe that we've had for years of apple pie filling, and then I'm gonna make my own dough, because I made apple pies from scratch for like the holidays, and I'm just gonna cut them to size and make and still use the air fryer, but I'm going to do it with my recipe. So I'll share the recipe with you in the description below, but I'm gonna show you what it looks like afterwards. I'll do it real quick and then I'll just let you know what I did. This is how much I got for those apples, and if you're wondering why I still have gloves, I'm still rolling out what I was left of the jalapeno peppers. I'll show you that in a second, but this is how I cut them, and I'm gonna make the pie dough, and I'm gonna mix the mixture for this, and I'm gonna put that together real quick and get those in the air fryer so they'll be done. And then I was thinking, I was like, I remember my grandfather used to, look, it came apart, but he used to roll out the the peels all in one peel. I almost had it all in one peel. This is all one. And I was like, oh look, it reminds me of him. He passed away, but he's a good man. But anyways, I'm gonna clean this mess up. That's what was bad. One apple there wasn't good at all. So I'm gonna clean this up and finish this up. But yeah, look, I think they came out really good and they look very yummy. So I'm gonna finish the rest of those and then I'm gonna get this out of the kitchen. I'm doing the apple pie and it's been taking me like 50 years to find nutmeg. And I could have sworn I had it back here, but now I'm thinking it might be in my other area. And let's search some more. Yep, found it. Too much spices. Or it's like, you know, you can never have enough spices, I guess. But anyways, this is my recipe I had in my book. I'm gonna actually share it below, but I'm mixing the stuff now so that I can make the pie crust for it, and then I'm gonna cut them into circles so I can make mini pies, and then we'll go from there. Trying to take you along as fast as possible because I had like a million things to do, but showing you more or less what things look like in between process. So I kind of eyeballed it because it's less in here of my recipe, but I'm still gonna share the recipe because it's for my regular pie filling for a whole pie. But if you're planning on doing these little pies, you could just kind of like eyeball it and cut it down, you know, maybe even in half for a couple of little mini pies. But it looks really, really good. It smells good. We love apple pie. And we go apple pie picking in the fall, so I start making applesauce from scratch. I do a bunch of pies. I always love to make apple crisp is our favorite. So anyways, moving right along, I'm gonna do the pie crust, and then I'm gonna show you how I'm putting that together, and then I'll finish up with baking it, and then you can see what it looks like. Also, if there's a recipe you have that's better, like that you feel like it's better for apple pie, try it, you know, send it my way because I would love to try it. We love apple anything. Or if you have an apple recipe, if you like my recipe and you tried it, let me know if you like it. Let me know if you like any of those recipes I did, and if you enjoyed it, or if you changed anything up, or if there was anything that you felt like it needed to be added or taken away. And yeah, we'll try it out because yeah, it's good because then we add it to our book and it's another thing we add to our family recipes. So just let me know. I'm running around the kitchen, but by the way, this is what they ended up looking like. So really nice. I think they're gonna be good. You know, my husband will be the person to decide that, but yeah, they're pretty good. They can just try them out and let me know what they think. But yeah, let's move on. The last thing is the apple pie before I make the pepper sausage and pepper sandwiches, which I'll show you quick what I'm gonna do with that. So yeah, I love this dough that I make. I shared it with my friend one time because she didn't know. I guess she made a different one and it came out different, but I shared this with her. She told me it was easy and that's the one she uses all the time for all her pies, because to me it's versatile. Like I can use it for apple pies, but I can also use it to make a pot pie. The only difference is for pot pies, I leave it just dry the way it is. For apple pies, I do the egg wash on it, so it gives it a different flavor, and of course I cover it with some cinnamon and it makes it really good. But that's the only difference, but it still works for both pies. So for this, I used for a whole pie. I'm gonna link it below, but it's only, the ingredients are flour, shortening, a pinch of salt basically, and some cold water. And you mix it up and you got dough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flour the surface so I can cut some circles and start putting these pies together. I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so this is it, but they wanted it in a circle, but I think I'm just gonna leave it as is, like, you know, it's somewhat of a circle. And I'm gonna transfer it over here so I can put the filling in it, and I'll probably just leave it on this tray until it gets cooked. I think I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna transfer this over. Okay. Made it thinner than I want it, but it's gonna work. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of the filling in. Doesn't need much because it's small. Yeah, as I told you before, if I had more time in the day, I would have done it perfectly. And of course, during the holidays, I do take my time and try to do it perfectly. But this time, the way I set it up, I did it, and I didn't want to change it because I just wanted to get it done and get to the next thing. So that's what I did. I just wanted to be done with the day. Was tired. You want to take a fork, and then you want to just line the edges up like that. And I'm pretty sure everybody knows this type of thing. If you want it pretty, then yeah, make a circle. If you want it all beautiful and like, you know, awesome like display plies, then make a circle. But you know, I make empanadas, but this is like the same basically thing. So as far as how I set it up, so they also said you can slit the top for ventilation, but I'll just do like this instead. With, let me show you up close. Hold on. So up close, this is what my little apple pie looks like. See? I think it's cute. But anyways, I'm gonna make the dinner real quick before I finish these because my husband's on his way to eat. And then he has to head out again for something else. He's gonna help some friends out. So I'm just gonna make the sauces and pepper. So I'm gonna tell you real quick what I'm gonna do, and then I'll show you the done image or video or whatever. I'll show you the end result. But I take let me show you.
Well, this hurts a little bit too. We finally hit that spot where we're like, okay, we're good. Look at this.
There we go. Nice. All right. Enjoy that now. Yeah, he used some honey mustard mayo.
It's got to be down.
No words.
Oh.
Really? That's who does that? Oh my God, I can't. Cut that in half in the middle, and then one becomes two for 2 sandwiches for the girls, and I just add pepper and mayo, and that's all I like it. Yeah, I just cut it in the middle, and then I lay it flat on the other side so it can cook. A couple of times and I'll be done making my sandwich glass. I put the peppers in there. And then the jalapeno peppers, let me tell you, they half of them. The kids love them. My husband loved them. I was surprised. Everybody loved them, so that's probably going to be another party thing we use next time. And then I'm going to finish the apple pies. I got some of them here because I changed my mind. I can't take it no more. I am just going to put them in the oven. Don't hate me. I can't do air fryer right now. I was thinking about the cleaning process because I'm dead and I still have to do the dog. It's already almost 6 o'clock. I'm done. So I'm going to put them in the oven for now. I'll try them again another time in the air fryer. But that way I could finish up what I'm doing quicker after I'm done eating and maybe kick my legs back up hopefully by 9. I don't know. We'll see. Wish me luck. Get.
So, I'm Papa. I really do exist. Just never in videos. And these are actually poppers of some sort. But they're really good. They're actually not bad. So, I like spicy, but there's not enough spice. The recipe calls for how many jalapenos?
1.
Alright. You might want to add like 3 or 4.
If you like spice.
If you like spice.
But
if you don't like spice, these are perfect the way they are.
Yeah, they're good.
That's what it looks like right there. And again, this is what I look like. I know I'm ugly. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
But this is good.
You're horrible. Goodbye. Yeah, I recorded because there was too much noise in the background from different things, but I was doing the egg wash real quick and finally got to the pies. And like I told you many times before in this video, I was getting tired from the running around and doing multiple things at once. I had a lot more going on than what I shared, but I ended up just trying to hurry up and rush it so that I can get it done. Long story short, these pies actually did come out good. My kids enjoyed it. I didn't get one, but everybody else ate. And then I'm spraying the ground cinnamon on the top. It's supposed to be a sprinkle. And you notice that I overdo it with the first one, and I'm like, whatever. I don't think it made a big difference as far as taste, but yeah, I was like, look, I put too much on here. But I was like, don't do that. This one is better. So I finished the last two that I had in that bunch. I didn't make a lot of them, but for what it was enough for everybody to eat and be happy for a little while, at least to full time when we go crazy making pie everything and apple everything. But yeah, I just finished it up and it didn't come out that bad. And I said I sprayed, but I meant to say I sprinkled the cinnamon, but the kids loved it, so the fact that it came out good either way, I think that that's a win. It looked decent, you know, as good as it's going to get. So it's another day. We're actually the day after I baked all that stuff, the little mini apple pies I think I made, and I made a couple of pickled things and stuff like that in the cans. Anyways, let's go past that. I am making today zucchini bread. I told you I had zucchinis that I wanted to get taken care of sooner than later. The one there is really, really good. It can last for a while, and with that alone I could probably make 2 loaves, but I'm making just 1 loaf of zucchini bread using a recipe from a dear friend of ours. I'm gonna put the recipe on the bottom of the video. I'm gonna just link it below, or just put the recipe on the bottom so that you can copy if you want to make it yourself. The kids liked it in the past. I'm not sure how they're gonna do because their taste has changed over the years, but I'll just show you along what I'm adding as I go and show you what it looks like afterwards. I'm also planning on making, because I have some meat already cooked and some sausages, so we like to use what we have before we make anything fresh. So we have a couple of meat items and protein items, I guess, in the fridge. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to make rice with corn. My husband loves rice with corn and it's one of his favorites, and I haven't made it in like a gazillion years, if that's a word. But I figured I'm gonna make that really quick and have that ready so they can have that, and if not, we can have a salad on the side or whatever, because we have salad stuff, or vegetables on the side, because sometimes we just like meat and vegetables. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm going to make the zucchini bread. I'm going to share that with you. I'll link it below, and then if you like it, you let me know. And if you like the stuff that I share and you want to see more and you're interested in our little family and our ventures, don't forget to hit the subscribe, and don't forget to like this video. So moving along. This time I'm giving you an overview of my mess. This is my recipe book. I'm just gonna get that out of the way. I don't need it right this second. Okay, so I took the skin off of the zucchini, and I figured to cut some time off. I'm going to use my mini food processor so that I can just chop it all up, and then I'm gonna mix the wet and dry separate, then mix them together, and then get it in my loaf pan. And then after it's baked, like after it's done, I'm just gonna brush a little bit of butter on the top, and that is all. So I did it and I didn't show you, and I wanted to explain that. So I ended up just cracking open the other one, and I figured I'm gonna make a couple of loaves and freeze some, and then we have them and I don't have to do it for a little bit. So anyways, you're gonna have the seeds in it, and you want to take the seeds out. I did it with the other one, but again, because I didn't show you, I wanted to tell you. So you want the seeds out, because if not, then the zucchini bread comes out tasting bitter. So the way I do it is I just scrape them out, because it's pretty easy to work with. So it's not like you have to put a lot of muscle to get that out. So I just scrape all the middle out like that. See? And I get all the seeds out, and then I don't have to worry about picking through them. It's a couple more. Okay. So you just want to scrape all your seeds out, so that way you're working with what you need. So I'm gonna do the other one. And then let me let you know that for this recipe, to make one loaf, it takes 2 cups of zucchini, coarsely shredded. So 2 cups of zucchini. So just so you could see, I'm gonna end up cutting the rest of this. I'm gonna double the recipe for myself so that I can make the rest of this, and we can have a couple of loaves. So moving on. So now looking at it, I think with all of the zucchini like that, I think that it's more for 2 loaves than 3. I haven't made it in a while, so I forgot how much it yields. But for the huge size of zucchini, I don't know if you saw it, but I had a huge zucchini, and I'm tired. I can't even say zucchini. I'm having issues. So the huge one and the small one yield enough for 2 loaves. So basically 1 good size zucchini for each loaf, more or less. But maybe mix together the huge one and the regular one. I don't know. But let's put that together. I'm going to mix the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients. It's less wet than dry. And then I'm going to mix it all together. I already got my bread pan ready to go. Then I'll pour it in, cook it, and I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, so I mixed the wet and dry ingredients separate. And now I am going to mix them together with the 2 cups of the zucchini. And then just gonna bake them. It's the end of that. I'll just use a spatula to mix it. Alright, so this is what the batter is gonna end up looking like. So we're gonna put that inside the pan and stick it in the oven. So it's in the pan, and you're gonna stick it in the oven for 350 degrees for 1 hour. And then again, like I told you, after it's in there, you're gonna just brush on, after it's finished baking, you're gonna brush on some butter on top of the loaf, and that's it. It's ready to serve. So I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna set up the other loaf so I can put that away and clean up my mess, and that's it. Let's get going. All right, now I'm making the rice with corn. Just showing you briefly what I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna use 3 cups of rice, but I'll list the ingredients in the description box. But I have 1 can of corn. You're gonna use half a can of tomato sauce, which I have to pull out. 1 tablespoon of sofrito, which is, you know, got everything it needs in there. You're gonna put 2 cups of water inside of the pot, and that's for the rice. 1 cooking spoon of oil, a half a tablespoon of salt, and usually you use a packet of sazon. So if you get the little orange packets, then that'd be fine. But if not, then kind of like roughly estimate, let me see, maybe 1 tablespoon and a half, about. So I'm gonna put all of that into the pot. Once it starts boiling, you keep stirring until it dries up, and I'll just briefly show you in between what it's gonna look like. But in the end, you're gonna have some beautiful rice and corn. Also, before I forget, I always rinse my rice. A lot of people have different thoughts about rinsing the rice. I've tried before, I guess when I started cooking, I tried without rinsing the rice. And I'm gonna tell you that it does make a huge difference. It makes a fresher taste in your food. And a lot of times when you're rinsing, a lot of the black rice, like there's like little particles of black rice and stuff, they just float to the top and I just pick them out. So I just feel like it's a fresh, you know, it's more fresh. You'll see them like the milky kind of water, and you rinse it out and you get that out, and you're gonna have your food tasting better. Just my thoughts on it. People might have different thoughts, but that's how I feel about it. This is what it looks like before it even starts boiling. I mixed everything in the pot, and once it starts boiling, I'll have to keep turning it until the rice dries up. And then when it gets when it gets almost dried, what you want to do is cover it and lower the heat, and then let it finish cooking thoroughly. Yeah, I got caught up, but this is what it looks like when it dries up. So I already churned it. So now I just lower it to about between 2 and 3. And then I'm gonna cover it and keep checking on it, and it should be good. And I'll show you what it looks like. That's it. This is done. Really, really good. Some rice and corn. And then we'll just eat some sides. My husband actually had a lunch for his work, and they went to a place to eat, so they might be bringing some stuff home. But we can put it towards this, and I can put some away. And this could be for the next couple of days too, because I could leave it in the freezer, or I can leave it in the fridge. Either or. I could freeze this. So yummy. I'm gonna show you the bread in in a minute. Oh my gosh, look how good that looks. If you could only like have smell-o-vision, remember that? Like the smell of it, it just like makes you happy, gives you comfort. I can't wait to like slice this up and eat it. We haven't had it in so long. Here with me, it's the baby boy. He just got a cut. I did his hair and gave him a clean, and he's nice and soft now, and he's a happy boy. Sit. 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 Pop. Pop. Again. Roll over. Roll over. Roll yourself over. Roll over. There you go. Now, dot. Okay, good. Now, so pretty. Twirl. And so pretty. Now put your head here. Hi. And then now, wait. 1, 2, 3, go. Ah! Yay! Somebody's staring. What do you want? Why are you staring at her? He's such a weirdo. Peter Piper packed a pickle pepper. Peter Piper packed a pickle. Okay.